Bonjour tout le monde. Aujourd'hui, nous allons parler du chapitre 9. On s'amuse. Et surtout, on va parler des genres de films. So we're looking at film genres. So in this chapter, we're learning to describe a book or movie, ask for give information, ask about preferences, and recommend or advise against something. So today specifically we're looking at those movie and book genres. Now before we get into the names of the different genres themselves, I want you just to be aware of a store which is popular in France, which is called Fnac. Fnac is the largest retailer of cultural goods in France. They sell CDs, DVDs, computers, software, games, cameras, just about anything that you could want electronic-wise. They were originally founded in Paris in 1954 as a co-op for buying and selling different photo supplies. Well, today they've definitely grown and expanded, and they are worldwide. So when you have a minute, take a look at the website. You might find something interesting. So let's go ahead and get into the different genres. Now this old black and white is obviously going to be a classic, such as Gone with the Wind, or Meet Me in St. Louis, things like that. So that would be considered un film classique. And of course down here we've got Indiana Jones, and that would be a film d'aventure, an adventure film. Now here we got old boy hanging off of a helicopter with fire all around him, so that's going to be un film d'action. Another example for that might be the Expendable movies. Now Frankenstein, we all know what that's going to be. Even though it may not be very scary nowadays, it would still be considered un film d'horreur, a horror movie. Now over here we've got, of course, our sci-fi, Star Wars, Star Trek, thing like that. Et ça c'est un film de science-fiction. And we have a lovely geisha, so we're going to call that un film étranger, so a foreign film. Now here, we've got a bunch of soldiers, so this is going to be a war movie, which we call un film de guerre. Film de guerre. Ok, on va continuer avec un film d'espionnage, a spy movie. So this might be something like Salt, or possibly a Matrix kind of thing, although that might kind of fit under science fiction as well. Alright, et aussi un film comique or une comédie. So this is a comedy. These actors you'll see a lot of times in different comedies. Now one thing to look out for, you may be confused by the fact that a definite article shortens before héroïne, but not before héros. Le héros has an aspirated H, so we pronounce that H, le héros. But the H in héroïne is silent. We don't pronounce the H, héroïne. Most dictionaries indicate whether the H is aspirated or silent. Otherwise, there's not really any way to tell. Alright, so now let's look at literature. So we've got Le Mystère de la Chambre Jaune. Ça, c'est un roman policier. So that's a detective novel. The Mystery of the Yellow Room. Et ici, De la Terre à la Lune. Ça, c'est un roman fantastique. It's a fantasy. D'accord. Stendhal, Le Rouge appelé Nora. Ça, c'est un roman d'amour. It's a romance novel. Et Flaubert, Madame Bovary, if we're talking about the book, ça, c'est un roman classique. This is a literary classic. Alors, L'Enfant Noir, Ça, c'est une autobiographie. So this is an autobiography, something that was written by a person about themselves. Alors, La cantatrice chauve par Eugene Ionesco is une pièce de théâtre. Now this is actually a play, a piece of theater. Now, 50 poèmes. Ça, c'est un recueil de poésie. This is a collection of poetry. It's not one poem, but a whole collection. Alors, d'autres mots utiles qu'on va utiliser dans ce chapitre. Le personnage principal is a main character. Le héros is your hero, whereas l'héroïne is your heroine. So you've got your male hero, but your female heroine. Same thing down here. Un acteur, like un héros. Une héroïne et une actrice. So your actor and actress will both have different forms for masculine and feminine. Aussi, nous avons un dessin animé, which we've seen before as a comic strip. So when we apply that to a film, it's a cartoon. Aussi, nous avons un drame, a drama. Now, for those foreign films, you have to have a way of understanding what's going on. So, nous avons des sous-titres, or subtitles. And of course, all movies have un metteur en scène, which is the director. Bien. So in order to actually describe the book or movie, you need to have a little bit additional vocabulary. So something that is drôle or amusant, it's funny or amusing. Now when we discuss the plot, il y a plein de rebondissements. It's full of twists. So it's unexpected plot points. Il y a beaucoup de suspense. There's a lot of suspense. Keeps you on your toes. Si on dit c'est une histoire passionnante, it's exciting. It's an exciting story. Now me, I'm a big stickler on films. A lot of times for some of my favorite books, I won't go see the movie, or I'll try to watch movies that I know I'm going to like before I read the book. A lot of times the films don't do a book justice. So for me to say c'est une bonne adaptation du roman, it's a big deal. It's a good adaptation of the book. Alright, on va continuer. Peut-être que c'est trop long, ou ennuyeux, ou déprimant. Now this is a case where you don't really like it. It's too long, or boring, or depressing. Overall, it's just not good. Another thing you might say, il n'y a pas d'histoire. There's no real story. You know, it's all well and good, but nothing's really happening. Ou peut-être que ce n'est pas mal non plus. It's not bad, but that's all. But not that great either. Ce n'est pas génial. Same kind of thing. It's not great. Et enfin, ça n'a rien à voir avec le roman. Has nothing to do with the book. You know, some films like Interview with the Vampire or The Vampire Lestat don't necessarily line up with their plot points. So, just something to be aware of. Alright, well that is all for today. Take your notes down, pause, rewind if you need, and come to class with questions. So for tonight, bonne nuit.